there at Fresh Kills.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you,
Congressman.
Were you the special agent in charge?
To show respect
You were not.
for a Secret Service
that's a bunch
member.
of horse hockey.
Thanks for watching, but I'm going to warn you right now that this video is going to bring your blood to a boil. During hearings today about the U.S. Secret Service's supposed failures to protect Donald Trump and his supporters in Pennsylvania, things got very heated when Representative Pat Fallon asked the acting Secret Service Director, Ronald Rowe, some questions that he clearly didn't like, and you just got to see it for yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now that if you thought the Secret Service allowed this guy to shoot Donald Trump, this isn't going to change your mind.
Beetle came in July 22nd. She got skewered and roasted by the Democrats and Republicans on the Oversight Committee, of which I sit on. She resigned the next day, and then only that day did you go.
I'll take your word for it, Congressman.
Why'd you wait 9 days? 11 days.
Why did I wait 9 days?
Yeah. Director of the FBI went to the site. Why didn't you go?
Congressman, I think I was appointed July 23rd, and I was there on the 24th or 25th.
But you were the second most senior member of the Secret Service. You could have gone.
And I was managing from here the crisis. We actually
so
dispatched.
You didn't go. Got it. Did you call the, you were managing the crisis you just said. Did you call the detail that night on July 13th that was protecting President Trump?
On that night, they were operational, sir.
You did not. Okay. Did you call him the next day?
No, I did not.
Okay. When did you finally talk to him?
I spoke to them when they arrived in Milwaukee.
So 4 days later, July 17th, does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's a lie. He just said next 4 days and then changed it.
When we were talking earlier, a couple months ago, this is an epic failure. We all agree on that. And instead of really focusing on the egregious errors and correcting the incompetence and improving the doctrine and changing the culture, there was a massive appropriations request. We know that you have 8,000 employees. We know that they have a $3.1 billion budget, and you asked for $2 billion additional dollars. What sticks in our craw is when we report to our constituents, we have to say, hey, this federal agency failed epically, and then they wanted to almost double their budget. How much would it have cost to put somebody on that water tower? How much would it have cost to have drones that were actually functioning that day? How much would it have cost to have an ether cable to where your anti-drone technology would have worked? How much would it have cost to do a walkthrough with local law enforcement to secure the AGR site, or put cameras on that roof, or put agents on that roof, or have your snipers have iPads, or have one command post instead of two, or cordon off the damn AGR complex, 17 acres? That would have cost $2 billion, and in fact, with caution tape signs, posts, and stakes, it would have run about $410 because we ran through it. Let's add another zero. Say it's $4 grand. It's not $2 billion. So I got another question for you. Do you recognize this photo?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Was that the remembrance of September 11th?
It was.
Was it in New York?
It was at Ground Zero.
Okay. Who is usually at an event like this closest to the President of the United States, security-wise?
The SAC of the detail.
Special agent in charge of the detail. Were you the special agent in charge of the detail that day?
Actually, let me address this. Could you please, staff, leave that? Oh, no, leave that one up with the circle around me. Thank you. So actually, Congressman, what you're not seeing is the SAC of the detail out of the picture's view. And that is the day where we remember the more than 3,000 people that have died on 9/11. I actually responded to Ground Zero. I was there going through the ashes of the World Trade Center. I was there at Fresh Kills.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you,
Congressman.
Were you the special agent in charge?
To show respect
You were not.
for a Secret Service member that died on 9/11.
You were trying to be.
Do not invoke 9/11 for political purposes.
I'm not. I'm invoking this.
You are, sir.
Gentlemen,
And you are out of line.
I would like to ask him a question. Please.
You are out of line, Congressman.
Don't try to bully me. I am an elected member of Congress, and I'm asking you a serious question, and you are playing politics.
I am a public servant who has served this nation, and
you won't answer the question.
On our day, on our country's darkest day.
Committee will come to order. Committee will come to order.
I'm asking you serious questions for the American people, and they're very simple. They're not trick questions. Were you the special agent in charge that
No,
day?
I wasn't. I was there
Oh, no,
representing
Mr.
the
Chairman,
United
I'm
States
just asking
Secret
you yes or
Service,
no.
sir.
Mr. Fallon, your
and
time's
did not
expired.
affect protective
Fallon,
You know
operations.
why you were
Time has
there?
expired.
Because you wanted to be visible, because you were auditioning for this
I was
job
there to
that
pay
you're not gonna
respect for a
get
fallen
till
member of
January
this
20th.
agency.
You endangered
You are
President
out of
Biden's
line,
life,
Congressman.
Vice President
You are out of
Harris's
line.
life, because you put those agents out of position.
Mr.
Did you have a
Chairman.
radio with
Mr.
you?
Fallon,
Did
your
you wear a
time
vest?
has
Did you have a
expired.
weapon?
Mr.
No.
I did, sir, and you are out of line.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
He's
Mr.
out of
Chairman.
line.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about it. Ronald Rowe was putting on a bunch of theatrics there to somehow deflect away from the fact that he's incompetent and all he really ever cared about was getting this director's job. So maybe he allowed all these failures to happen. I don't know. Maybe he allowed them to happen, not so Trump would get shot, but because the current director that was there would have to step down and then he would get the job. I know that sounds kind of crazy too, but how do you explain all these supposed failures? If they were actually failures, then this guy has no business anywhere near the U.S. Secret Service. He was the second in charge, and yet all this stuff happened. They didn't have UAVs. They didn't have radios. They didn't have any communication. They let this guy roam around even though they knew he had a rangefinder. They knew he was on the roof and did nothing to get Trump or any of his supporters off the stage. They allowed this to happen. It was either epic, unheard of levels of incompetency and stupidity, or they allowed it to happen. Remember, the only reason that Trump is still here with us today and president-elect is because he turned his head at the exact right moment that the bullet would have normally have gone right through his forehead. What do you call that? Let me know in the comments, and if you're still here, might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post videos on a regular basis, so keep checking back for more, and also make sure to follow me on X, where I post daily and much more frequently. Thank you.